You're gonna say something, Fair? You're gonna say something?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was the host. Good evening, BHL. Thank you for joining us tonight with Orlando coming into Calgary. We got two powerhouses currently in the league. Calgary without a regulation loss. Orlando just ranked #1. I'm swing this to you, Al. What are you expecting from this game from these two top tier teams?
I mean, Orlando's coming off a huge win over Boston in a S25 finals rematch per se. So they got the high of themselves. And then Calgary's had a red hot start to the season. They've won 4 out of the 5 games and only lost 1 game in overtime to Seattle. So it should be a high flying game.
Absolutely, I agree with you, Nick. We don't have much time here. How do you think this game is gonna go?
I feel like it's gonna be a pretty evenly matched game, but I think Calgary's gonna come out on top.
You said, Josh. What do you think's gonna happen?
I see a swift Orlando victory.
Well, I think Calgary's going to win. We're going to send it up to the booth with Frumpy Bear as tonight's caster for the game.
Thank you, Ghosty Fair. I believe I'm being joined by Mason as my color caster.
Hello.
And we got an exciting matchup here tonight. Chicken Glicken, I'm going to assume that's Packers, will line up the opposite side of Wapex here in the opening dot. And a face-off violation to get this game started. Wapex accompanied by his usual cast of Jalen Petre and Zulu, and the same with Packers, who has Greatness and Birdie W. Agrushko will win that puck forward, but loses it swiftly to Wapex. Wapex gets a shot right off the draw, but a swift save by Winner 16 to open up this matchup. Packers over for Greatness. Greatness looks for a shot from the blue line, but nothing doing there. And Wapex will dump it up the boards. Wapex loses it to Birdie. Birdie goes up for Packers, but Packers stumbles over his own feet there on the blue line and turns the puck right back over. Greatness has it now at middle ice. He goes over to Packers, who hits a pullback on Zulu to try to cut towards the middle of the ice, but Zulu recovers strongly. Now Zulu losing a board battle to Packers, but Wapex wins it back up to him. Now Zulu over for Greatness, who shoots and he scores! And Orlando takes a 1-0 lead here in the first period off of Greatness one-timer.
Bit of a mistake there from Zulu, pulling it off the boards right into Birdie's hands, and that's going to find its way right to Packers, where he just has a wide-open cross over to Agrushka. And honestly, I didn't really expect the first line to concede. I expected a lot more, or a lot less from the second line to make the mistakes, but I mean, Orlando starting off hot.
I'm going to assume Xmas Kawaii Cat is Wad. So, normal second line. Dripsky back for this Orlando second line. Wad will win it forward off of Siphon. And Peng 2K filling in for Zulis, who's the normal winger of this second line, takes a shot off his first touch, and that one off the inside post, and Winner 16 clears from his own goal line. Doggin's going to dump back into the Calgary zone. Quake TFA clears it quickly. Quake up for Siphon. Siphon looking for a shot, and Doggin denies him on the doorstep. A good defensive play by the team manager for the Orlando Storm. And now Siphon, with tons of space on the boards, looks for a cross pass, but it gets shut down by 2 Orlando defenders. And now Peng battles with Dripsky. Tries to get past Doggin, he's not able to do so. Now Dripsky battles with Quake. Dripsky looking for a cross pass, but it gets swatted away. Now Wad looking to cross it, but Quake gets his stick on that one in midair to shut that opportunity down. Siphon now has it. He enters the Orlando zone. Birdie strong defensively in the corner. Now Wapex, trying to cut towards the middle, but he gets shut down by Packers. Packers battling with Zulu. Wapex crosses it, looking for Jalen Petre, but he's not there to receive the pass. Now Jalen Petre has it. Loses it to Greatness. Greatness clears up to Packers. Packers looking to get by Zulu, but Zulu shuts him down. Now Packers has it in the corner. Packers looks to send it towards the slot for greatness. But that one gets shut down by Zulu. Now Wapex looking to come the other way. Wapex gets bit poked away from behind him by Packers. And now Birdie has it behind his own net. He looks across it up for greatness, but gets it back into the zone and then offsides.
Seems like the Orlando defense loves to just collapse on Wapex, but it seems like he's trying to take a more offensive role in this game. I mean, he's been taking up the puck more than Zulu has, and he's not usually the center for that first line.
Yeah, and a different formation from Calgary than what they started the season off with. Zulu lines up at defense now, but it's kind of a rotating door for the two of them. Zulu will take it up a good amount, and Wapex will drop back a lot to try to help bail out his team. Doggin has it on the boards. He looks to get past Siffin. The puck does find its way into the Calgary zone, but Quake TFA gets first contact with it. Now Quake's going to rip a shot from deep, and Winner 16 is going to glove it down. Now Doggin up for Dripsky. Dripsky looking to cut past Quake, but Quake standing strong defensively there. Now Wad has it. He looks to push up into the Calgary defensive zone. Dripsky has it. Dripsky on the doorstep looking for a shot, but he just misses his move. And now Siffin up for Pang. Pang looks for a shot. Nothing doing there, but Pang wins it to the offensive corner, before losing it to Doggin. Doggin clears, but it's intercepted by Zulu. Zulu looks for a shot, and Doggin gets his body in front of that puck to block it down. Now Wapex up for Zulu. Zulu looking to pull it back out of the corner. Two Orlando players collapsing on him, looking to shut him down. Zulu still trying to send it towards the slot for Jalen Pitre, but nothing doing there for Calgary. Zulu loses that puck across the crease of Winner 16, but no damage done as Birdie now will clear up for Greatness. Greatness gets the step on Zulu, but Wapex pounces on that puck. Now a 2-on-1 for Orlando the other way, but Zulu gets the back check with a great defensive stick. Now Greatness in the corner looks to send it for Packers in the slot, but Wapex deflects it away. Now Wapex looking to clear, but Greatness cuts him off. Greatness looking for a slot pass to Packers. But Calgary once again shutting it down. Packers loses the puck to Zulu in open ice. Siffin will give chase to Birdie, who just dumps it. Now Wapex will regain possession. He loses it to Dripsky on the boards. Dripsky has it on the blue line. Does a couple pullbacks, and then puck gets dumped back out towards Birdie. So there's 35 seconds to go here in the first period. Pang running down with Dripsky. Dripsky looks across it for Wad, who gets his stick on it, but sends it way wide of the net. Another missed opportunity there for the Storm. Now Dripsky towards the slot again, but nothing doing there. And Quake will take it behind his own net. He passes up for Siffin. Siffin battling with Wide back into Orlando's zone. Wide maybe with a last second opportunity here, but it gets shut down. And that'll do it for the first period. Orlando winning 1-0 here in Calgary. We'll send it back up to the desk.
A slow period after the quick start. You were talking about this last week. I want to get this with you. Orlando last week, their second line was on fire. They had two great games. I want to point out they were missing Dripsky, I believe, in both of those games. He slots back into the lineup tonight, and it feels like that second line just isn't the same as last week. What do you think's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. Their second line's very interesting. Dripsky is a very puck-dominant player, but so is Wad. And Wad had a really, really good week last week. And quite frankly, when the puck is in the second line's hands, it should be on Wad's stick. And a lot of this period, it was in Dripsky's hands. And, you know, Dripsky is probably a little bit worse than Wad, so I feel like Wad should be getting more puck possession if Orlando wants to continue scoring on the second line.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It felt like for some reason Wad just had his best, week of the season so far, and he's deciding to kind of take a step back in his role. But one thing I also noticed watching that game, Josh, Wapex, I think we saw him switch back to defense, and ohLuvv take over back center. Wapex has been really successful so far in that center position role, but it seems like he wants to take a step back for this game. Why do you think that's happening?
I think he just trusts himself last man back and to play Packers better in that situation with ohLuvv up in front of him. I think it will work out for their team way better.
Yeah, I agree. It felt like Birdie W's been kind of doing what he's been doing all season. It just has been absolutely great at getting the puck back up, to Packers. And I think Wapex has kind of realized that if he's pushing, then he can't do anything. Nick, I'm going to hit you real quick. What do you think is going to happen in the second period?
I think we're finally going to see Calgary score. Hopefully, probably.
Thank you for your input. We're going to send it back up to the booth with front viewer for the second period.
Thank you, Ghosty Fair. The rest of the desk for your excellent analysis as we'll get started here in the second period. Wapex looks to get that puck over for Jalen Petre, but nothing doing there for the Calgary duo. Greatness up for Packers. Packers and Wapex now in the corner. A weak slot pass sent. Gets swatted away by Zulu. Now Zulu brings it up. He'll be guarded close by Birdie, who gets it up for Greatness. Greatness looking to cross it, but accidentally pulls it back. Now Zulu trying to cross it for Jalen Petre, but still nothing doing there. Orlando's first line playing pretty well defensively here. As that cross pass, gets swatted away by Greatness. Doing a really good job here of shutting down these passing lanes. As now Wad brings it up, guarded one-on-one by Wapex. Wapex gets the back check back into his own zone. And now he'll fight in the corner with Wad. Wapex wins it past two Orlando players. Doggin dumps it back in the zone to shut down Wapex, as Wapex will go for a line change. Dripsky battles with Quake. Quake trying to clear it, but accidentally sends it off the back of his own net. Quake wins it past Dripsky for the moment. He sends it up, but Peng 2K not there to receive. And now Orange Panda coming out to the blue line to try to make a save.
Classic Orange Panda.
Yeah, one of the more uniquely positioned goalies in the BHL. And he was out there ready to play second defender on the wide open Dripsky, but that pass a little errant, so nothing doing there. Birdie, a nice flick to P3 it up for Dripsky, who sends it off the post and tries to tap it in, but it gets cleared away. And now a slot pass for Packers, just gets by his stick.
Yeah, the new names are kind of confusing, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm trying to quickly read them, and I don't want to say chicken glickin' every single time. But Zulu will bring it behind his own net. He does a couple pullbacks, maybe waiting for a line change to happen, but none does. Now Siffin will go off. Zulu battles with Birdie. Zulu now has it behind Orlando's net. Birdie having a really strong season so far, named an all-star for the South, as well as his line mate Packers. Wapex gets the step on Packers for the moment, but Greatness doing a good job of getting over to double him on the boards. Not letting him break the puck out and control the game like how he wants to. As now Greatness looks to send it towards the slot for Packers, but it gets swatted away by Zulu. Now Zulu loses it to Greatness on the boards. Greatness looking to slot it, but both sticks collide and send that puck towards the side of the net. And now here comes Zulu. Zulu with some space. Doggin backs off for the moment, and Zulu misses his pullback. So Packers will try to get the step on Wapex. Wapex wins clear possession of the puck, so Packers will go for a line change. Now Wapex leaves it off for Quake TFA, who gets pressured immediately by Dripsky. Quake does win it forward. Wad now has it. Wad looking to slot it. But that pass gets sent off the outside of the post. Now Quake up for Siffin. Birdie wins it away from Siffin. Now sends it over to Quake. Quake still has it. Quake sends a pass towards the blue line for Pang 2K, but Pang not ready to receive that pass. And now a slot pass for Wood! And it gets blocked out in front. A good pass by Dripsky, but Orlando again cannot capitalize on a slot opportunity, as they're starting to get those through more consistently. Quick gets the step on Watt, and he just dumps out of the zone. Pang, a foot race for the puck, but Birdie W gets there first. It looked like Pang had the step for the moment, but Birdie W gets his stick on it first. And now Siffin will bring it the other way. He gets guarded by Dripsky, who wins it out of the corner, now has the step. Dripsky looking for a cross for Watt, but it's just out of his reach. Minute to go here in the second period. Calgary still trailing 1-0 here, but have only conceded one shot. Now Apex for Siffin, who scores! Siffin off the rebound, ties it up at 1.
What a lovely pass from Wapex, pulling it back off of Dripsky and slicing through the Orlando defense. Finds Siffin wide open in the slot, and he's able to just tap that one in after the rebound. And a stat that I just wanted to talk about right before that is, right before those two shots happened for Calgary, not a single shot has been taken in this second period from Bear.
Very stout, or two stout defensive teams who have been kind of headlocked since that first goal off in the first minute of the game. Excuse me. But Siffin ties it up at 1 here. Wapex pulls it back off the draw, gets a step on Doggin for the moment. Now both in the corner. Wapex wins it out towards the middle for the moment. He still has possession of the puck, tries to send it to the slot for Jalen Pitre. But still nothing going there. Now Packers looking to send it towards the slot. But Jalen Pitre standing strong defensively. Now in the corner, Packers, a nice move. Packers looking for a shot, but Wapex swats it away at the last moment. Packers looks for a quick shot on the blue line, but Zulu shuts it down. Now Wapex up for Jalen Pitre. Jalen Pitre doesn't get a stick on it, so Wapex will just try to do something with the little time remaining. But we're going to go to the third period in a tie game, 1-1. We'll send it up to the desk.
The second period kind of feeling like all Calgary. I want to talk with you, Nick, here. Orlando, I feel like one of the better teams at just putting the puck on the net. What is Calgary doing to hold this team to one shot through 2 periods?
I think Orlando is trying to do a little too much, like, puck tricks. I guess you can say they're trying to do all their cool little pullback mechanical stuff, and I feel like Calgary's just playing a simplified defensive game just to kind of keep them, like, I don't know, they're just kind of preventing, and Orlando's not passing either. They're not really passing to each other. They're just kind of, again, they're just trying to, like, take it all themselves, especially in that second line. Blott and Dripsy, I feel like, might be stumbling over each other a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It just feels like they're kind of struggling to play with each other. But one thing that I've seen on the first line for Calgary is feel like they've been kind of failing to generate. This Calgary team only has 5 shots throughout the game. Josh, I feel like there's one big thing on that Calgary first line that's kind of holding them back. Jalen Peter. When do you think a change is imminent? Because it's kind of
I
felt
think
like
it should have happened weeks ago, but unfortunately, Whippick is only playing because of JP, so it might never come, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It feels like he's really holding down this first line for Calgary, which could be so good. But Nick kind of hit this a little bit. Dripsky and Watt are just really clashing. We talked about this a little bit after the first period. Do you think that these guys are going to be able to figure it out? Because it just seems like there's no chemistry there at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Orlando's such a weird team, I fear. Like, their first line, the first couple games looked really good, while their second line couldn't figure it out. Then, like, this next 2 games, their second line looked really good, while their first line didn't really do much. And now it's, like, the opposite again. So, I don't know. Orlando has to has some work to do, but I'm not too worried. Like, they're still one of the best teams in the league, and they have time to figure it out.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. There's still plenty of time left in the season. We're gonna send it back up to the booth for the third period of this game.
Thank you, Ghosty Fair. As we get started here in the third period of a tie game. 6 more minutes to try to decide a winner here. If not, we'll have some overtime on this Tuesday night. Or Wednesday night, excuse me. As Whitepex has it on the boards. Tries to get past Packers. And he does for the moment, but Birdie standing strong there defensively. Sends it back up. Now Packers has it in the corner. Packers looking to slot it, but Zulu able to shut that down for the moment. As he's still battling to try to get it out of the corner himself. He finally does win it. Looks to send it up for Whitepex, but loses it for the moment. Now gets hit into the corner by Packers. No call from the referee. I think that might be one of the first hits of this game, so a very clean game between both sides, wouldn't you say, Mason?
I fully agree with you there, Funky Bear. And
So,
something I
Whitepex-
just wanted to point out and talk about as a bit of a talking point. This second line of Wad and Dripsky, I feel like should be killing this Calgary second line, but I don't even think they've gotten a shot yet, like against.
Yeah, they haven't gotten a shot for. That's the only shot coming off of Packers, or Greatness, excuse me, from a Packers pass on that first goal. But since then, Orlando has not registered a shot in over 10 minutes of play.
Nearly got one there.
Yeah, another slot opportunity, but they just aren't able to capitalize on it once again. Now Quake looking to find a wide open ping 2K, but nothing going there. Siffin off the post and he scores! Calgary takes a 2-1 lead and Siffin finds his second.
That was shambolic from Dog in there. Just took too light of a touch, and Calgary are able to find a lead finally, break through this Orlando defense, and I'm just lost for words. I mean, that was just shambolic. Wad and Dripsky both just waiting for the puck up at the blue line. Doggin takes a weak touch backwards, and Siffin capitalizes yet again tonight with a great finish. And Calgary find themselves up.
The reigning Rocket Richard winner also scored, I believe, the game-winning goal in the finals last season against Orlando as a member of the Boston Grizzlies. And right now he has 2 goals against Orlando once again, as a quick shot from Wad gets gloved down by Orange Panda, and he saves a goal.
I am
Right there to tap it in.
The save was so good. I'm gonna throw the replay up. What a snag on the goal line. Great shot from Wad. Even better save from Orange Panda there.
I believe Orange Panda was the top-ranked goalie going into this week once again. And he continues a strong campaign in his first season back, I believe, since season 24, when Calgary brought home the cup. Unless he did play the season after, but I don't remember if he did.
He did not.
I didn't think so, but a quick return to form for the former Conn Smythe winners. He makes another great save off the one-timer opportunity from Greatness. He hadn't faced a shot since the early first period, but makes 2 big saves here in the third to keep his team on top, 2-1. And Quake or Siffin, excuse me, just puts Orlando back into this game, tying it up 2-2 on an own goal.
Great pass there from Wad in the corner, but unfortunately there's no one in the slot, and Siffin just freaks out a little bit and just hits it into his own net. And there's nothing Orange Panda can really do to save him there.
Yeah, and Siffin, he's so on fire scoring this game, he just potted his 3rd goal. Unfortunately, the first one.
You know what? You gotta respect it sometimes. He sees a puck, he sees a net, he scores, you know?
And Orange Panda calling for a challenge here. But the referee now the referee blows the whistle.
I will throw the replay back up on the stream for the referee. I don't know what he's challenging, though.
He said challenge in the chat. I don't know if he wants to now. Wapex is saying no.
Because there's no hits on the play. I've watched it maybe 15 times now.
I think there was a hit in the corner maybe, but
Nope.
really not enough. I guess there wasn't. Quick TFA claiming that there was. But we'll get started here in the third period. We're tied up at 2, so a tie game once again. 3:30 left here in the third period, and Agrushka scores off the slot pass. And Orlando takes a 3-2 lead.
Orlando firing right back after going down to Calgary, and Zulu just gets caught behind the net, and there's absolutely nothing that the slot defenseman Wapex can really do there. That pass was just perfectly weighted, perfectly placed right onto Agrushka's stick, and that one's gonna go far post past Orange Panda. Basically the same shot that just went in before, finding that right side post past Panda. And Calgary, now you're back on the clock.
Just as quickly as we were singing the praises of Calgary's defense, they concede 2 here in the third period and 4 shots overall as Wapex wins it forward. He looks for a quick response. Wapex towards the middle, but all 3 Orlando defenders collapse down on him to try to shut him down. And he's still pushing the puck up the boards into the Orlando zone, but Dripsky wins it away for the moment. Now Zulu creates a 2-on-1, but he kind of just loses the puck under his own stick, and Wad looking to go the other way. Now Wapex, a couple nice pullbacks. Wapex looks for a shot from the circle, but nothing going there. Doggin now in his own corner, not being pressed by Wapex, but Doggin still sends it his way. Dripsky has it for the moment, gets past Wapex, sends a pass up for Wad, but it's a little errant. Wad can't get his stick on it before Zulu does. Now Peng 2K onto the ice for the Wings. 2:30 left here in this game. The Wings trailing by 1. Siffin, who has both Calgary goals, now on the forecheck against Birdie W. Birdie sends it up for Wad. Nothing doing there. Quake TFA rips a shot from beyond the blue line, and that one's an easy positional save for winner 16. Now Packers has it on the board. Packers into the corner. Now Packers may be looking to create for himself, but he gets shut down by Quake TFA. Now Packers towards the slot again, and Quake TFA swats it away. Now here comes Siffin, but he gets back-checked by Greatness, and Birdie W will collect. Birdie up for Packers. Packers into the Calgary zone, has 2 defenders on him for the moment. He sends it towards the slot, but it's a little bit too much at Orange Panda, who gloves it down and sends it away. Siffin with Birdie. Birdie clears it. Now Packers across for Greatness, but Orange Panda comes flying out of his crease to poke that puck away. And now Wapex has it. Wapex up for Siffin, who looks for a shot but cannot get his stick on it. And a near opportunity for the Calgary Wings. Just not able to go. And now Wapex and Zulu fighting each other for the puck. Packers comes away with it for the moment, but Orange Panda swats it away. Now here comes Wapex, past Greatness. Wapex looks for a shot off the post, and winner 16 clears! A goal line save by winner 16 to keep Orlando on top with less than a minute to go. Now Dripsky looking to go the other way, gets the step on Wapex, but cannot get past Zulu. Now Dripsky into the Calgary zone. Dripsky looking for a pass towards the middle for Wad, but it gets swatted away by Zulu. Now Dripsky fights with Zulu behind his own net, behind Zulu's net. 30 seconds to go here in this one. Zulu looking to send a cross for Siffin or Wapex. Zulu gets the step for the moment. Zulu loses it to Wad, who now takes possession. 15 seconds to go. Zulu wins it off of Wad. Zulu looks to center it, and winner 16 clears. Now a rebound shot from Wapex, and it's gloved down by winner. A big save for the Orlando goalie. Wad just content to kill, and Orlando steals a victory here in Calgary. 3-2 on the road.
Hard-fought game from both these teams, but unfortunately, mistakes in the third have been felt by both these teams. But for all the Orlando fans that are still here, stay tuned. We have another intense matchup for the Storm coming right up. Orlando Storm will be taking on the San Francisco Stingray. So we'll be right back in about 5 minutes time for that game.
Storm. Orlando just coming off a crazy comeback win right there in the third period against Calgary. I'm going to bring it to you, Mason, to start off. Welcome to the desk. How do you think Orlando, kind of mental is after a crazy comeback like that? Because I gotta be feeling it after that.
I mean, Orlando got to be juiced up after that one. I mean, that was an electric matchup, especially for winner 16. He played phenomenally when it really mattered the most for them. And they came out with their win. And for the other side of things, the Stingray finally are going to be able to play with their new acquired pickup Jail. His first game since week 1, and I believe the first game night. He has not played since then, but
yeah,
we're going to get to see how he slots into this Stingrays team.
Jail has not played since day 1 of the game days, I believe, that first game in Carolina. Nick, how do you think he's going to slot into this lineup tonight?
I think that it will definitely help this San Francisco team. They lacked defenders all season, and I mean, he does play defense. Arguably on well, but he does play defense. So that's at least better than nothing. I'm sure it'll take a couple games for him to get back into his rhythm now. But I have faith in him.
For sure, he's been gone for a while. The San Francisco second line has been one of the better second lines in the league. Orlando second line needs to bounce back against this game if they want to win. Do you think they're capable of that?
Yeah, I mean, they should be able to, but quite frankly, the second line they're playing this game is definitely a lot harder than the second line they were playing last game, so it should be interesting to watch. I think the first lines are going to be the battle that you should be watching.
Those are going to be the heavy hitters.
I agree 100%. It's going to be really interesting to see how Jail kind of slots into that. I'm assuming defenseman spot as he's taking over, Top Raiders' role as a player. But we're going to send it up to the booth with, I believe, Sheep as our caster for tonight's game.
I will actually be commentating. Sheep, I believe, will be my color. As we are getting underway. Packers losing the draw to Badgers. Badgers now going down the boards, entering the Orlando zone. Badgers still on it, trying to find Radium. Jail now takes his first few touches, takes a shot, and winner 16 is going to make an easy save there. Jail now playing it down the boards towards Badgers, finds Birdie instead. Jail not giving any breathing room to Packers. Birdie now behind the net. Playing a P3 pass up the boards, but doesn't find anyone. Dripsky hopping on the ice. Is there going to be too many men there? There will be. What is Dripsky doing? Oh, so I guess I don't have a color caster. AllahFresco.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Dripsy's just trying to increase his penalty minutes. I mean, he was the league leader last year, so clearly they're just trying to boost his numbers and get on the stat sheet again.
Yeah, and I mean, if there's not a first line you'd really want to go against in a power play kill, it is against this Stingray first line. 3 very capable players of scoring.
It should be interesting, though. They might run out of stam at the end of this.
Oh, they definitely will be running out of stam for it, but knowing them, they're probably going to be staying on the ice for the remainder of this power play. Jail now winning the draw up against Packers in the corner, trying to find a pass, but Packers doing great defense. Pass going to find its way to the slot because right behind Radium's legs, Badger's trying to play a pass across towards Jail, and Packers can go all the way himself! And it seems like history just kind of keeps happening this season. The team with less players on the power play just somehow get a goal every single time.
Yeah, that's kind of expected. Jail steps into the center spot and forces Badgers back onto the defensive side of the ball, and then the power play doesn't go as planned, and there's a breakaway the other way. Kind of makes sense. This has probably been why Jail hasn't been signed or liked on his teams. It kind of just tracks there. An unfortunate goal for SFS to give up, but a great opportunistic play by Packers jumping on that.
What a phenomenal goal from Packers. And Orlando leading by 1. Well, they're still down a man. Doggin in the corner up against Arden B. Arden B and Ardoggy are well known. Just passing back and forth, finding opportunity after opportunity. Molong to Ardoggy, but that pass going to go right across Wad's feet. Is this going to take it down the ice? 10 seconds left, and Orlando seem to have successfully killed the power play. Ardoggy still can't win it. Molong taking his sweet old time. Plays a pass over now. Arden B. Arden B trying to go for a shot himself. Doggin clears it back to the corner to safety, and Orlando killed the power play with a fresh Dripsky on the ice. Wad takes a shot and rebounds. Can't be found. Ardoggy playing it out towards the boards. Molong Dumping this one out towards the offensive zone. Doggin trying to turn it, but loses it. Great pullback from him on the boards there. Great pass into the middle. As if that's going to be a one-timer that gets deflected off of Ardoggy's stick. Dripski on the hit there from... hit there on Ardoggy's back, and I'm surprised there's no call there. Dripski now still on the puck. Playing a pass over to Wad, but one's just going to go right through him. Orlando unable to capitalize there. Birdie now. Dripski. Lots of mishap going on in the neutral zone here. Jail up against Birdie and Dripski. Jail going for a solo play, but Badgers hits the one-timer off of Jail's mechanic, and the Stingrays are back in this game.
A very interesting approach from this SFS first line. I mean, but most of the analysts and desk hosts thought that Jail was going to play more of a defensive role, and we've seen him be very, very aggressive there, going for a forbidden tech out of the corner. He doesn't hit it, but it falls into the lap of Badgers, and Badgers is just able to blast it. We'll see if this offense is sustainable for SFS, as they are putting Jail and Badgers both up ice with Radium 7 kind of covering in the back end. So it's a very interesting strategy, but it worked there.
Definitely did work indeed, as this face-off's going to take pretty long. Badgers trying to ping it off of Birdie. Packers playing this one across towards Grushka, who had a great 2 goals last game. Radium now the other way. Plays a pass over towards Badgers, who hits the one-timer. Winner 16 was ready for it. So was Packers. Packers now. Badgers looking to try and set up some sort of Michigan tech. She did score last week. Packers now back the other way. Has a bit of space to work with. Trying to find a Grushka on the one-timer. Grushka finds the pass, but it's a little too heavy. A little too far in front of him to really find a shot on net. Badgers now trying to win the puck past the Grushka and Packers. Jail losing the puck, and Packers has another one-on-one again. Browd makes a great save. Rebound again, Packers. But Browd was there and ready for it. Stingrays nearly getting caught out yet again on a Packers breakaway, but luckily this time Browd and Fenn was able to make the save. Arden B now. Dripski. Playing a pass across. Molong is there as he dumps this one out towards Arden B. Arden B playing this one towards Radiant, or Ardoggy. Sorry. Molong up to Ardoggy. Just going to settle for taking it down the boards himself past Doggin. Ardoggy taking it away himself, and that shot is a great save from Winner 16 on the short side. Ardoggy again solo play, and that one goes a little bit wide left. Stingrays are knocking at the door of Orlando. Second line needs to be careful against Ardoggy and Arden. Molong out towards Arden. Molong playing this one out towards Arden yet again. Gets pung away by Birdie. Ardoggy.
That shift there just shows, if you watch the last game, the difference between the Calgary and the SFS second line.
I fully agree with you there. The second line of the Stingray are nearly just as dangerous as their first line. Badgers trying to P3 it, trying to find anyone in the slot, but there's no one home. Radium 7 going to be staying back. Jail going for a solo play from the corner. Birdie pinged that one away, as there's going to be a shot from deep, saved again by Winner 16. The Vesna winner from last season. Jail up against Agrushka. Agrushka finds a pass into Packers, but Badgers was ready for it. Jail complaining about his hits in chat. Radafan making a save there. And what were you going to say? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Jail, I don't know. He's playing so aggressive right now, and I mean, he is the defender, and he does have a goal for and goal against, so.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a point. Have to wait and see how he really slots into this team. Ardoggy now. Packers behind the net. Trying to play a pass inside towards Agrushka, but Jail wins that one. this time. R-Doggy now up against Doggin. Doggin has a big responsibility here, as that's going to be a big hit on R-Doggy. And Winner 16 sliding out of the way of the puck, nearly whiffing on it. R-Doggy finding a pass into the slot. Jail the rebound shot, saved by Winner yet again. Fantastic offense displayed by the Stingrays. But Winner 16 stands tall this time.
Yeah, huge save there from Winner.
R-Doggy losing the draw. Packers. R-Doggy putting it into the zone. Jail now. 5 seconds left. Can they find a pass into the slot? No, they can't. This game will remain level as we head to the desk for our first break of this game. To take it away, Ferret. You are muted.
Thank you, Mason. After an action-packed first period, it is only 1-1. Both goalies playing great, standing on their head. I was kind of talking about this during the broadcast. One thing I want to jump into is Jail is playing a very weird defensive role for the San Francisco team. He's playing very aggressive. Al, I'm going to send this to you because you were talking about it. I'm not sure if he's playing how he should be to support his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't burned them yet per se. It did generate a goal for them. It's just wondering how sustainable this offensive style is. It just feels like he's risking it all almost every time he goes for the puck, and if he gets beat, it's going to end up in a very dangerous scoring chance on the other side of things. And he has a very good teammate in front of him in Badgers. I don't know why he's playing so aggressively. It's not like he's playing with two 4.5K level players. He's playing with a very, very good player who had a very, very good week last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that too. I mean, you're leaving out that Radium's on the line too, which is a very capable player himself. Nick, I'm bringing this to you. The San Francisco second line is a big step from Calgary, and I'm not sure Orlando's second line's dealing too well with that. What do you think?
I don't think they're doing too well with it either. I mean, R-Doggy and R&B on that second line is always going to be pretty good, and no matter what level your team is at, it's always going to be difficult to play against. I still feel like that Dripsky and Watt just need to actually play with each other and not just both just kind of do cool puck tricks. They both need to actually pass, do some else.
Yeah, I agree with that. And Mason, both goalies are playing great to start the game, but which goalie do you think he's going to crack first?
Oh, it's definitely going to be Brown. There's just no debate for me. I mean, Winner 16 has just looked on fire. I mean, he's made a few little chud mistakes, but that's okay. Packers now winning the draw. Jail poking this one back up into center ice. Agrushka going to give that one right back to Packers. Packers going to win this corner here. But Jail ultimately plays a great pass over towards Badgers, gets the better. And this time, Birdie now dumping this one out towards Packers. Trying to get a pullback on the play there. Jail. Packers. Trying to win it past Radium. Radium gets a great pullback on the play, but doing a little too much there as he pulls this one back. Ties his own feet together. Whips himself up. And so far, a whole lot of nothing in this first minute, the second shift. Badgers. Not too sure what he's doing there. P3'd it right at Jail. But still just a whole lot of mishaps going on. Whoa. Everyone just seems so cluttered and bunched up.
That was a pretty bad whiff there.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Arden B has a shot himself. That's going to be a great save by Winner. Poorly timed line change from Orlando, nearly biting them there. Doggin. R-Doggy. This one's going to get dumped out into the neutral zone. Finds Molong. Molong doing a great job keeping the puck out of harm's way as Arden B has a shot, and he's going to find the back of the net. That is a spectacular finish from Arden B as he It's going to find the second goal for the Stingray. Not really much Orlando or Winner 16 can really do there.
Yeah, very opportunistic play. The puck kind of just bounces to Arden B there, and he's able to slot it on the short side post against Winner. But it just further adds this second line of Orlando or of SFS is just putting immense amount of offensive pressure on Orlando's second line, and it's not like they have a great defender who's getting the puck up. They got Molong back there who hasn't been too great, but they're not able to punish that.
Hardoggy now with a breakaway saved by Winner 16. This second line full of superstars from Orlando needs to be more careful defensively. Seems like they're just leaving Doggin out to dry, and from what I know, I don't really think he's the most defensive player. But he's doing a great job so far. Just trying to keep everything out despite being left in 2-on-1s all the time. Ripsky and Wad need to do a better job at supporting him. Wad takes a shot. That's going to be a save by Brodefen on the short side. Orlando finding their fourth shot and first shot of this period finally. Birdie now. Hardoggy going for a solo play, nearly getting the tech that everyone loves doing from this corner, but no end product from him there. Jail now. Up against Wad on the boards. Wad in the corner. Forces this one out into the slot. Back. Gets gloved down by Broud. In jail now. Finding a one pass over to Radium. Radium has a shot, and that's going to be a save by Winner 16. Radium still on it. Shot again. Saved by Winner. Two great opportunities there for the Stingray. Second one being a lot worse than the first one, but great saves from Winner indeed. Badgers. Jail now. Looks like he's going to be taking his sweet old time. Great pullbacks from him there. Getting the better of Packers. Birdie now. Can't find the puck past Jail. Few hits in the corner there. Orlando still trying to find a way to clear this puck past Jail. Jail still on it. Radium's going to poke this one out towards Dripsky. Badgers. Dripsky now takes it right off of Badgers as he goes for some sort of tech out from the corner. Plays a pass inside towards Agrushka, but going to get poked away by Molong. Great block there from Molong yet again. Badgers dumping this one out towards Arden. Arden nearly having a step on Doggin again there, but Doggin does a great job at recovering. Great pass inside from Ardoggy, but that's going to get stomped away by both Dripsky and Doggin. Arden. Like a pass inside towards Ardoggy, and that's going to be a great save from Winner 16 in the slot.
A great pass, but a better save.
Molong. Ardoggy. Ardoggy now in the corner. Fighting for possession with Wad as he plays a great pass outside towards Dripsky, but Molong again positioned great on defense. Arden B is going to poke that one out towards Ardoggy into safety. Wad. Big hit on the play there, but Ardoggy going to come out on top with this puck now. Birdie playing this one out towards Wad. The line stack of Orlando is now taking place. Badgers playing this one out towards Ardoggy. Birdie, great ping there as he gives a play this one out towards the boards. 15 seconds left. Orlando trying to not head into the break down a goal. But so far, the Stingrays have just been so dominant, both defensively and offensively. Brow defense is going to poke this one out towards the boards. Packers can't make anything happen with it. And it seems like it's all going to be to play for in this third period. Let's send it back up to the desk. Take it away, Ferret.
a dominant period for San Francisco, all them in the second, but you can't count this Orlando team out as we've seen before. I'm going to bring this straight to you. What do you think Orlando needs to do to come back in this game as they've been being dominated?
Yeah, their second line clearly isn't going to figure it out tonight. So I think they got to go back to the drawing board after this game and figure out what their second line is going to look like. But they got to have to rely on the first line and Packers. I feel like there's still a lot of gaps in SFS's defense on the first line. While they have been able to control the game offensively pretty much that entire second period, I would expect Packers and greatness to connect one more time to try to tie this game up.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about doubleheaders is if you don't got it on one game, there's a good chance you don't got it. And the other one, Nick, I want to ask you, how do you think Jail has been doing this game, still kind of playing that weird aggressive defenseman role for San Francisco?
I think he kind of needs to make his mind up if he wants to play the weird aggression, like if he wants to play like as an aggressive defender or play as like a stay-at-home defender, because I feel like he just kind of keeps swapping, and I feel like it's maybe just a little confusing, and I think he still needs to shake the rust off a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Mason, we kind of talked about which goalie would crack first. You said Winner. Or you said Broud, sorry. But Broud hasn't really been tested, to be honest. Winner, I feel like that was kind of a soft goal. It was a great play from Arden B. I don't want to take that away from him, but I feel like that's one he should have had. Do you think he's been standing good, though, standing on his head? Do you think Broud will crack this period?
It really just depends on if this Orlando team can figure out their offensive issues. I mean, against Calgary, they had one shot going into the third. Now they have 4 shots heading into the third. Again, here against the Stingray, I mean, I think the second lines just have a lot of talking to do, especially that Orlando one. Not too sure what's going on there. No, absolutely not. You can never count out Watt and Tripsky. And Packers is going to get a free P3 off the face-off there. Broadefen's going to make the first save of the third. Packers trying to find Agrushka in the slot. Badgers takes it down the boards, has a step on Birdie. Radium in the slot, but Agrushka is ready for it. Radium up against Agrushka now on the boards. Agrushka going to ping it right off of him, and that pass going to go right behind Packers. Packers messing with the puck here, as that one's going to get poked away by Jail. Great defensive play from Jail there, trying to find a pass outside towards Radium, but still has possession of it. First minute has gone by, and the only shot that Orlando had was that first one right off the draw. Jail now up against Dripsky. Oh, Dripsky nearly having an opportunity for himself there. Jail needs to be way more careful. Dripsky trying to force this one into the slot. And Wardoggy's now going to go back the other way. Has Doggett right on his back. And Doggett comes out right on top with it. Doing great on defense there. Wad takes this one right off of Molong. I think we're going to see a little bit more of an initiative Wad on the offense. Taking matters into his own hands. Seeing what he's capable of mechanically. Wardoggy now. Trying to find Arden on the far side, but Dripsky has the perfect step on Arden. He's going to come out on top with this one. In transition, Dripsky's going to get poked away. Wardoggy. Arden dumping this one down into the offensive zone. Wad now taking it. Molong dumping this one out towards Wardoggy. As the second line is on for a very long shift. Wardoggy already on 14 stand. The other side of the ice. Can't come off now. Wardoggy now. Trying to find a clear. Radifen's going to glove this one down, giving the Stingrays that break if they needed.
That was a great glove, don't you agree, Massman?
That was a fantastic glove, if I've ever seen one.
Back to you.
Thanks, man. Wad, or no, this is Packers. Packers now. Getting poked away by Badgers. Birdie trying to play a pass out towards Agrushka. Seems like Packers was nearly left on a pedestal there, but no one-timer pass from Agrushka there. Poked away. Great succession. Jail now trying to go for a bit of a solo play from behind the net. Birdie. I'm going to take it right off of him. Great pass from Jail there, but seems like no one was ready for it, including the Stingrays. And Baba Bubba, when is Radium ever ready in the slot?
The answer is never. He never is. He never will be. Back to
True.
you.
And here's Radium. Great pass from Radium there, but that's going to go a little bit too far behind him. Jail on the rebound save by Winner 16. Has been great on these rebound shots all night long for the most part, including last game. Basically saved them against Calgary in the dying minutes of that game. Packers now trying to curve it past Jail, but Jail, great defensive stop on him there. Radium now trying to go solo himself, and Winner 16 is going to make a great save down the middle there. Jail. Going to dump this one out towards Radium, and Doggin's going to take this one back towards safety. Radium now. Good solo play from him there, but Wad was ready for it. 2 minutes left in the game now. Orlando can definitely feel the pressure, the room rising against them. Well, Ardoggy. Plays a pass out towards Arden. There's a big hit on the play, and Gypsky's going to find himself in the box yet again.
Yeah, I mean, hits like that, that's unacceptable around here. You know, that's a big loss for Orlando, and hopefully their star players can, you know, hold them out of this one. Back to you.
Thank you, Baba Bobo, for that valuable insight. And it seems like Ardoggy, with the second line, is going to be taking this power play. Need to be more careful, as Stingrays conceded their first goal when they were up a man earlier in the game. A great goal from Packers. Ardoggy now stalling some time. Arden now trying to take a touch out wide into the open space, but Packers was ready for it. And with 1:30 left to go, Packers and Wad are already on low stamina. They just need to be careful here. Basically going in on an all-in play. Jail. There's a lot of space to work with here. Plays a great pass out toward Ardoggy, but not too much space for him to work with, as Dripsky now on fresh stamina. Can't get past Jail. 1 minute left in the game. Ardoggy. Jail. Packers on 11 stam. Is this the play? Big hit into Packers there, but there's going to be no call from the referee, as Radium now has wide open ice to break it out into, up against a 9-stam Wad. Bit greedy from the Orlando players to be playing on this stamina. Badger's going to have a shot saved by Winner 16. 15 seconds left. Great pullback from Radium. Birdie, the only one with good stamina on the ice. Wad trying to play it down towards Dripsky, but that is going to do it. Birdie hit on the play there, and there's going to be no call, as this is going to end the game.
Suspension.
That could be a suspension indeed, just hitting the puck for funsies. But great game from the Stingrays, as they ultimately find their 2-1 win. I believe this is going to be their biggest win of the season. But thank you all for tuning in. We have one more game tonight. We have the Houston Bandits, I believe, taking on this one.
It's not about us. You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure. You just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. I see you hesitating while you're waiting, like somebody's gonna give it to you. You gotta chase it, gotta believe it. You gotta go get it for yourself. Cause I can see in your eyes, your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure. You just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right. Don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light. You're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Blockey Sports Network. We're back with a fun matchup, maybe, between the San Francisco Stingrays and the Houston Bandits. San Francisco Stingrays, obviously, with the new signing of Jail, have been on the up. Houston Bandits, on the other hand, have been on the down for the entire season. So we'll see. Maybe we can find an upset here. At the very least, we should see more of what this Stingrays, this new and revamped Stingrays team is made of, which I'm excited for. We'll hand it off to Zaz Pixel. What do you think about this Stingrays team with the new acquisitions and everything?
I think they're extremely dangerous. Jail's a very top-tier talented player already onto a very good roster. You know, SFS could have done well without him, and now they have him. So it's just a huge upgrade.
All right. I mean, I definitely think it's an upgrade.
Oh.
Huh? You good? Okay. Well, I definitely agree that it's an upgrade. Bobo, about this Houston team. What do you think this Houston team can do to maybe not necessarily this game, but what do you think they need to do to start winning games? Do you think there is something that they can do to turn their season around and make playoffs? Maybe?
The dreams are high. The statistics are low. They're gonna need to make some big trades. I don't see this. I mean, they have some good pieces on their roster, but I just don't see it making the long run. I mean, who knows? I might be wrong, but yeah, I'd say trade for a big guy.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. At some point, I mean, do they just tank and go for next season? Probably. Konechny, you've been on these types of teams before, teams like Houston. What do you think is going through the players' heads when they play these type of games?
I mean, I think you still want to win the game. I think you want to keep your mental somewhat high at the very least still. Just a little bit. And honestly, with teams like this, there's a little bit of delusion laying in them. Sometimes they're just delusional enough to think they'll be able to make it. So I think you just got to keep a little bit of delusion in your head, and, you know, maybe you'll be able to make the playoffs.
Yeah, delusion does win championships. This is true. Last time I was on a team like this, I believe I rage quit the league for a season. So, anyway,
Yeah, you did actually. I was there.
Yeah, you were there. In my defense, I got benched before I did, so, you know. Anyway, I do think there are some bright spots on the Houston team. Borderline Dumb is always a really solid player. They have a couple of decent up-and-comers. I think Alien ohLuvv is very mechanically talented, just missing some of the game sense to really bring it to the BHL level. I think he's just plays a little bit too slow-paced and doesn't always make the right plays, but he has the mechanical talent for sure. Zeo1, obviously an older player who is, I believe, banned for a year due to a controversy, but he's back now and he's looking okay. But he definitely still has some unrusting to do. He's got to get his mojo back a little bit, maybe. So now we'll head on to score predictions. Zazpixel, what do you think?
4-1 SFS.
All right. Baba.
5-2 SFS.
Connect me.
Give me 4-1 San Francisco as well.
And I'm gonna take San Francisco 5-0. I believe that's about all we have time for the desk. The desk is coming to a close. Who are our commentators? Sheep play-by-play and who's coloring? Anyone? Oh, Leaf Ferret, I believe, is the play-by-play. Is anyone coloring? Okay, I can color if in need. Well, I'm reffing, so I can actually. Good luck.
Well, thank you for that, Siphon. Well, both of these teams really couldn't have two different trajectories, as San Francisco, just off of a win against Orlando, very definitive win. They shut down their offense, less than 10 shots for Orlando in the whole game, which very rare for them as a quick shot there from Aliens lurking. But Houston 1-6, really need a win here to see if they can still qualify for the playoff spot. And for San Francisco, it's just to continue heading up the leaderboard, as right now they're perfectly in the middle, 5th place out of 10, 8 points. So a win here moves them up, I think, to 4th. So big game here for both of these teams. A loss here for Houston practically eliminates them from playoff contention, as Borderline Dumb is trying to get a shot off there. Good save there from Broad, but Houston making the San Francisco defense work early. It goes to the boards, the fight here. Jail, nice separation there. Should I hit it forward? As the Brando just pokes that one away. But still in possession for Francisco, as Iliano trying to clear it up the boards. Iliano does get the borderline. Dumb as Alien is lurking. A lot of space there, but overhit there. Very good shot there from Alien. It was a hard angle, but he still managed to get a good shot off. And Houston here in the first minute of the game already has 3 shots on the board. ohLuvv trying to maybe see if he can get a centering pass, but Jail is able to break it free for now, as a bit of a whiff there coming from Houston, as Jail is able to dump that down and get off for a line change. Z enters the San Francisco zone. He does get the puck back. A couple of pullbacks there, but unable to get a shot, as just kind of dives into the middle of the ice there, kind of mishandling the puck there a little bit, as it stays in the San Francisco zone, as they're trying to break it out but can't really get it cleanly, as our doggy finally gets it out. But a good crouch there from ohLuvv, and it just goes right back into the San Francisco zone. And it's kind of what maybe a lot of us would have predicted the other way, as San Francisco really haven't been able to get out of their zone cleanly, haven't had that many chances. But here's a 2v1. Arden B trying to get a shot off there, but the pass was just behind him. He wasn't able to recover cleanly. Fire into the corner that just hits it to the middle. Arden B keeps possession, trying to get a cross off, but ohLuvv blocks that one. Jed Wando keeping the puck behind the board as his team line changes. And the first bit of time here, a nice block there from Molong. Shot there, good glove from the Brando, the first save he's had to do all night. As again, San Francisco starting very slowly compared to the Orlando game. It's almost a different team that we're watching. Shot off there from Alien, almost gets by, but eventually gloved by Broad. Jail, nice pass across, but Badgers stopped running for it. Just let Radium take that one. Maybe probably should have gone to a loose puck. Badgers pass it to the middle, but hit away by Indiana. 2 Houston Bandits in the corner. Could have been very dangerous. There's a hit there. but no call from the referee. Badgers and Iliano fighting in the corner. Iliano with the pullback, but Badgers read that one. Stays into this corner. Badgers trying to get a pass into the middle. Nice move there. And a great chance there, but hit away for now. Shot there, saved by the Brando, and Iliano can't really handle it. Chaos in front of the Houston net, but eventually it does leave their zone. Jail with the reset with the scoop, but Alien is lurking, is on him, not letting him get any breathing room. That was a decent pass there, but Radium's there to block it as Jail. Nice pass across. Radium with the shot. Good save from the Brando coming out. And San Francisco starting to wake up here in the second half of the first period. Badgers can't get past Iliano as the puck eventually does leave the zone. Back behind the San Francisco goal. Jedwando following Jail. Jail with 13 stam. Trying to take out the puck, but he loses it. Z with the pass to the middle, but Jedwando unable to get a stick on that one. R-Doggy going up the boards, but again, ohLuvv is just all over him. R-Doggy gets read by ohLuvv with that pullback, but he still has the puck, but goes behind Arden B, and it exits the zone. Z can't get past R-Dog with the good Z there, up the board. Z with the shot into Broad, and he's forced to make another save. It's the 5th shot here for Houston in this first period. They have probably looked the better team, and this opening 4 minutes of the game. Delayed penalty there on San Francisco. Pretty late call there, as it was one on Z, I'm assuming, in the corner, but the referee took a little bit of time to make up his mind. But Houston will end up on the power play here. We'll see if they can get a goal. Molong with interference on the hit on Z. So we will see power play here for Houston. They have been the better team in 3v3, so we'll see if they can make the man advantage count as Z loses the faceoff there. R-Doggy back into Z. Z trying to pass to the middle, but Jedwando can't get there. Jedwando trying to curve it back into the middle, but gets hit away from Arden B. Arden B can't get the pullback past Jedwando, but they still keep control of the puck. Houston just haven't really been able to have this puck efficiently on this power play. It's just mostly been in the hands of San Francisco. That could have been dangerous there. Z was not anticipating that. As a good caught off of the pass there, it could have been a very dangerous chance, but the power play, 7 seconds left. ohLuvv just decides to boot it up, but the power play is killed. I mean, Houston looked better 3v3 than they did on a 3v2, but good penalty kill there from San Francisco. ohLuvv trying to get past the San Francisco defense, but Jail is able to get that one. He gets past another one. That's a 3v1 here as a pass to the middle from R-Doggy. Can't get a shot off. It's just stuck in his feet, and he wasn't able to cleanly get a shot off all alone, and he completely whiffs that one. Alien is lurking, trying to get that pass, but it's overhit from borderline dumb. As the final second comes here, shot there in the end, and it will stay 0-0 here. And we'll head up to the desk to talk about this one.
All right, well, I am back from reffing. A pretty good game so far, actually. Houston surprising, I believe, everybody, winning in shots 6-3. This game is still tied at 0. No goals have been let in yet. So far, both goalies, perfection. We'll go to Baba Bobo. What do you think about this period? How do you think Houston's been doing so good so far?
They've been doing pretty well. Surprisingly, I really didn't think they would be. I don't know. They're just. I feel like they're playing smarter. I feel like it's more San Francisco playing bad than them playing good, though. You know, I feel like San Francisco's getting. It looks like they're getting a little cocky. Like they know they should win this game, and I feel like they're overcommitting maybe a little too much. And you know, Houston just kind of capitalizing on those little opportunities there.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I think Houston is playing much more as a team. San Francisco has a lot of talent, but it feels like they're all kind of playing on their own. Konechny. I didn't think of a good question, so you can just talk.
You got it, man. I can just talk. Well, Houston's looking pretty all right for once. I feel like as their season went on, they've definitely improved. The Brandos also looked very good. No shade to the money, but starting spot, maybe on the hot seat, to be honest. But yeah, Houston's a team that kind of has just improved as the season has gone on. And we talked about at the beginning of the game, like, oh, you know, what do you even do if you're on one of these bad teams? But I think you just got to keep your mental. And I mean, honestly, they've been doing that and they're playing very well against a team that just beat probably a top 3 team in the league. So I mean, there's that to go for if you want to really want to have some form of like confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna send it back up to the casting booth with the Furret. So we'll get back to the action.
Thank you, Siffin. As a bit of a surprising first period here, Houston looking much the better team, having the more dangerous chances, but at the end there, San Francisco got taking the lead, but our doggy unable to get his stick on to the puck as the second period starts here. Badgers with a pass over to Radium, shot there, but it's slashed away there from Emiliano. Jail trying to nice move in the corner, but behind Radium, but he still manages to at least get the control of the puck, and a shot across the ice, and the Brando couldn't deal with it. Fortunately for it wasn't on target, but San Francisco looking to wake up in the second period. Borderline dumb fighting with Badgers in this corner. Badgers trying to get something to happen, but Borderline dumb is all over him. As a nice pullback there. He's able to get the counterattack started and pass over to Jedwando, but overhit there. Broad is able to beat him to it as Badgers gets a 50 there to enter the zone. As a Borderline dumb enters the zone anyway. Jail fighting here with Borderline dumb. The Borderline dumb is just all across the ice here. And one moment he's on defense, on the other moment he is on the forecheck, but Jail is able to at least break the line momentarily to give time for his team to line change. As Jail can't pull it back, but Borderline dumb fans on it. Jail just able to just hit it back into the Houston zone just to be, you know, this nuisance for Houston that they have to continue to deal with. Jail trying to get past to the middle, but just slowly rolls towards the crease. That one's a lot better, but Jail able to get a stick on that one. Jedwando going up the board. Jedwando with the shot off. Good save there from Broad, and Z could not get the rebound. Another whiff. It's one from either side. And maybe he still has rust from the time away from this game, but that was a big chance there for Houston. Molong. P3's it up the ice, but Jedwando is there first. Jedwando into the middle of the ice. Z with the shot blocked there from Broad. Nice slide to keep that one out of the net. Z trying to get a shot out there. Nice shot there from Broad. Is got pressured there as soon as he dropped the puck, but they would at least free it. Arden B with the pass to the middle, but Z is able to break that one out. ohLuvv trying to go up the boards as Molong just back checks him, trying to get it out, and he eventually does not, as Z is still able to keep it in the zone. Z with the shot there, another save from Broad. It's a 10th shot from Houston and only 3 from San Francisco. It's night and day of the San Francisco Stingrays, how they played this in the last game. It's like, you know, they just forgot how to do offense this game. Borderline dumb trying to pass to the middle, good block there from Badgers. As eventually does leave the San Francisco zone. Radium trying to get some offense to happen, but Borderline dumb back checks him. This guy has been everywhere tonight. Borderline dumb with a nice P3 up, and he's looking with a shot right into Broad. 11 shot for Houston, and 11 shots blocked by Broad FN. Badgers trying to get past here, Liano, but Liano just hits it back into his own corner, then behind the net. Liano just P3s it into the wall there, and not really sure what happened there, but Badgers there with the chance gets it hit away, and Borderline dumb is able to get that one to safety. Borderline dumb, nice move there to get past one. As Borderline dumb trying to make his way down the ice. Borderline dumb can't get the pullback and just donates the puck to Radium to Jail. Jail trying to go up the boards, but Borderline dumb again on him. But Jail manages to get a little bit of time there off the post. It's in. San Francisco have only had a couple of chances this game, but they make the 4th one count. The post was wide open, and Jail just a 1-2 off the post, and it's 1-0 here for San Francisco. Probably their second best chance of the night here for San Francisco. The first one being from Radium, from our doggy, who had his the puck stuck under his legs, but Jail just manages to break through the lines and finds the post abuse. The Brando kind of out of position there, maybe not expecting his team to turn it over, but it is a 1-0 lead here for San Francisco. And if you look at the shots, you might have expected it to be the other way, but Broad is able to make some good saves to keep his team still. The shot there from Z. It's just poked away from ohLuvv, and Z just says thank you very much and just slots that one into the far side. And Houston, on their 12th shot of the game, finally break the deadlock, and it's 1-1 here in San Francisco. The quick counterattack there, just a good poke check there from ohLuvv. And Z just gets one touch and then the 5-hole right after. Very fast play there. And Broad unable to get to his far side. And finally Z is able to make one of these count. That's a face-off violation. So scores the goal, but then can't but then there's a violation off the face-off, so it happens to everyone. So, for Houston, you better hope that Jedwan doesn't do another one, as he doesn't even go for the face-off. So, fair enough. ohLuvv fighting with our doggy on the boards. Our doggy, nice pullback there, but not much more comes from it. Z, nice double pullback. Z trying to get a second goal of the game off the post, but cleared off the line for San Francisco. Z is activated now, looking much more dangerous in this second period. But San Francisco at least keeps them at bay for now. The pass there and out and B. Great pass from our doggy. And as soon as Houston looks to get some momentum, San Francisco goes up the board, goes up the length of the ice and scores a second goal. Our doggy into Arden B, who has an open net, and on the 5th shot, they score their second goal, and it's two goals back to back here for San Francisco on back-to-back shots. It was just a quick counterattack play, as one moment if you're Houston, you think you might score off of the post abuse, and then they hit it across the ice. Our doggy just takes it up the ice, pat it to the middle, boom, it's a goal. It's just all happened very quickly, and San Francisco again back into the lead, winning in where maybe they haven't looked the best, but that doesn't necessarily matter. If goal, oh my god, nice pull back there from our doggy. Our doggy post abuse, but wrong side of the post, pass to the middle. Arden B can't get there. As San Francisco looking dangerous to add their third. One minute left here in the second period. We'll see if Houston can tie it up before the break. Oh, but yet Wando steals it from Jail, but just pulls it back right into Jail. And San Francisco goes up the other way. Borderline dumb. Fighting against two Stingrays. But he can't get it up the ice, but eventually he does borderline dumb. Let's see what he does with it. Borderline dumb. Gets past one with a nice shot there, but Braz gloves that one. First 12th save of the night. Iliano trying to hit it into the corner. Jail just hits it out of his own zone. And the two whiffs there, one from Badgers, one from Alien, unable to hit that puck with the final 10 seconds here. We'll see. Nice double pullback from Alien. Alien trying to get into the middle of the ice. Alien with the pass to the middle, but borderline dumb can't get there. And with 3 seconds left, the period will end. And in a Firefest minute of the game, of the second period, 3 goals go in, and San Francisco lead 2-1 going to the third.
Thank you, Leaf Burrett. We're back at the desk. A much more eventful period. Houston still dominating in the shot department, but down 2-1. So their dominating performance kind of continues, but also, let in 2 and only scored 1. So not ideal for them. Zaz Pixel, I don't believe I talked to you last time. How do you think San Francisco was able to score their goals? Well, Houston only scored one.
They just, capitalize on quick opportunities. The few shots they had, they were able to get it high quality, while Houston, they're chucking shots and Broad Offense, just able to lock it down.
Fair enough. I do think Broad Offense has been playing really well this game, and DeBrando, not an awful goalie by any means, but I don't think a goalie that people would necessarily consider to be BHL starter level, at least not for now. And then Baba Bobo. What do you think this Houston team needs to do to get one past Broad and tie up the game?
I don't know if they can do a lot more. It's really unfortunate because this is very surprising, but Houston is outplaying them in every aspect of the game. I mean, they just got to keep getting more shots on net, I guess, and hope one goes in. But
yeah, makes a lot of sense. I do think Zio1 has been playing really good. He is looking like he is unresting, and it looks like he's kind of back. I mean, he hit a really excellent 5-hole. I mean, that P1, the P1, P2 Super 5, the mech he did is one of my personal favorite moves. So I know how hard that is to hit off of the flick, and he nailed it perfectly. So that was a really strong shot. I was really impressed. We'll see if he can keep this up going into the third period, because the Lord knows he needs to if the Houston Bandits want any shot of winning. Back to you, Leifert.
Thank you, Siffin. As on the shout counter, 13-5 here, as Broad Offense has stepped up to make some big saves here for San Francisco. And San Francisco just making their few chances count. So we'll see if that trend continues here in the third period, as Houston really needs this win to try and get off of the bottom of the league. Iliano trying to get up the boards to Borderline Dumb, as Borderline Dumb does get the puck behind Joe, but this shouldn't be dangerous for Joe as he immediately P3s it up. Radium gets it pulled back, and Iliano, bit of a miscommunication there. The puck not going as far as Alien thought it would have, as he's just caught going into the far side, and good pass there, but unfortunately no one there to receive it. Iliano and Jail. Again, Jail's been very much like Borderline Dumb this game, just everywhere on the ice. He's the defender, he's the fort checker. He's trying to do everything for the San Francisco team on this line. Wherever the puck is, well, Jail most likely will be too, as Borderline Dumb with the good crouch. Good pass there, and Daly with a shot there into Broad. His 14th of the game, or the 13th save for Broad Offense today, the 14th shot for Houston. As most of some of these shots have been right into Broad, but if you're a goaltender, then you just got to be in the right place in the right time sometimes. As Houston just keep adding to the shot corner, and he's just open. R&B is just that open in the slot. Good save there from DeBrando to come out a little bit to close the angle, but why was he left so open? We might never know, as San Francisco could have easily added a third goal. Jedwando hits it across into Z, but Molong is there first. Hit it up into the middle of the Houston ice, but it would have get cleared away. But our doggies are trying to pass to the middle, but hit away there from the defender. Z takes it behind the ice and trying to get a Christian up, but whiffs on that one. So Jail, but Jail loses it. Bit of 50-50s here happening, as Jail trying to pass to the middle, but good block there from ohLuvv. But eventually does go back into the middle, but Z comes back to help defense. Jedwando gets past Molong. Jedwando on the far side. Can't get out the post pass against the middle. But all the Stingrays are just lined up on the red line. As a breakaway here for San Francisco, but good save there from DeBrando, as our dog can't get it past them. ohLuvv trying to get something to happen. I think he might have wanted to take that shot himself, but the defense closes the distance. Line change there from Houston. It was pretty dangerous there, but as they do get a shot off, but DeBrando is at least able to get that save. So no harm, no foul on that line change, as Jail loses the puck behind his own net, but eventually recovers. But Borderline Dumb does steal it from him. So let's see. Oh, trying to get that pull back, but unable to get that pull back to go off. As again, these two just been battling all night. Kind of the same type of player. I'll be kind of where the puck will be. borderline dump, trying to get it. Oh my goodness, shot from He's looking out the post, but too much power on the shot, and it just goes rolling across the length of the crease. So no chance for post abuse there. Pass to the middle, but borderline dumb able to get that one away as half of the period has gone, and both teams looking to either tie it or to kill this game. As both teams have had pretty decent chances here, but none of them really able to make them count. Borderline dumb trying to get something to happen. Borderline dumb just opting to take it himself, and he does skip past a couple of stingrays, but they able to close him down eventually, and it goes back into this corner. Borderline dumb trying to get something to happen, but again, borderline dumb has to deal with jail. But the hit there, and yeah, penalty on San Francisco. This one called in a prompting manner. And again, Houston will go on the power play. The last power play basically did nothing. Did not have control of the puck at all. They had put up no shots. It was all just San Francisco killing it. So we'll see if this time they can finally at least get a shot off on this power play, as they lose the face-off, and our doggy does opt to go forward, but hit away as pretty dangerous there from San Francisco. But seems like San Francisco do not mind it. They're not interested in killing the time. They just want to go forward. As our doggy here pressuring. Oh, love with the shot there. Glove down by DeBrando. Again, these power plays, they do not know what to happen. Another shot for San Francisco. Honestly, I think San Francisco will just take more penalties because they look better. Houston looks way worse when they're on their own power play. As the power play just ends, if you can even call it that. 2 shots there for the Stingrays on the Houston power play. Z pull back into the middle of the ice. Another pull back with a shot into Broad, and he gloves that one down. His 14th save of the night. Final minute here. And Houston need a goal. Double pull back for Jedwando, unable to get a shot off. As that opportunity goes by the wayside. Jedwando with the pullback, but it just hit up into our dog. You can't get the shot off. More blocks. Oh my goodness. The net was left open for a little while, but they were unable to poke it in. But they're killing time behind the Houston net. Hit up, but unable to get a shot off as Borderline Dumb gets past 2. Borderline Dumb can't get past the 3rd. As Badgers hits into the corner. Final 20 seconds here. Nice pullback from Borderline Dumb. Borderline Dumb can't get the pass across. He fans on that one. Borderline Dumb again, double pullback, but Jill just hits it into the corner. Final seconds here. Hit up. It's a 1-0. Z with the shot. Great save there from Broad. And the game is over. A 1-0 from Z, but Broad gloves that one away and wins the game for his team. It was almost a 2-0 there for Houston, but San Francisco able to hold on to the win at the very end. They might have been outplayed a little bit here in the beginning of the game, but the scoreboard is all that matters. So San Francisco will pick up another win and will go to 10 points. Houston will stay at the bottom of the leaderboard, and it might be ropes for them, but that is all for us, as that is the last game of the night. So we appreciate you for watching, and we hope to see you back for another game day in the BHL network.